How are you doing, people? Welcome back to another stream. Premier League review, week 7 or 6, excuse me. I don't really know which week it is because United drop points again. But joining me, Gian,
Yeah,
once again. How are you, bro?
I'm good. I know you're not feeling that good, so I won't ask how you're doing, but I'm feeling very good this
I mean, your
weekend.
football club's doing well. I mean, your club's on top. Chelsea doing well. As for
Yeah,
United, yeah, long day, bro. But while you're in here, people like, subscribe, and share as well because we need to get to 500 ASAP. You know what I mean? My birthday is next week, so I would love to get to 100 by then.
yeah.
But yeah, I just want to start on just talk about United for a bit. Yeah, I mean, I was on Sarcasm City TV. Big up Sarcasm City TV every time. Big up Flawless. Big up everyone on there. Um, I don't know what to say about this manager anymore, man. Because I've run out of words. I've been calling it out since last season. Like, not even not even more than 10 games into the season, I knew this guy was out of his depth. Yeah, I
Yeah.
knew he was finished.
Mm.
Like, from the moment he brought on Maguire and Evans at Arsenal away, done. You my friend, are done.
Right.
Like,
And bringing
I'm
on bringing on Mason Mount for Kobe Minu is all new levels of finish.
Manu was injured, so he had to go off. But
Yeah, but
why
still.
don't you bring on Ahmad or something? Like, Ahmad was left on the bench in a big game again, and I'm like, bro, the last time he left Ahmad on the bench, we lost 3-0 at home to Liverpool. Same thing happened again again at home against Spurs, and I'm like, you bench two of your best ball controllers, Ahmad and Ericsson, and we can't control the ball.
Mm.
Ericsson's been our best player in the last 3 games, bro.
Mm-hmm.
The last 3 games, Ericsson's been our best player, and he's what does he have to do? Hold bench. Why is it every time a technical player plays well, he's benched? What is this transition football that I'm trying to see with Erik ten Hag? It's not working.
Mm.
It's not working. It's not
Mm.
going to work. He has to go. It's done.
Mm.
And you know what? I couldn't care less who stays and goes anymore because at this point I really don't care. Like, I just want my football club to get back to the top. I don't care who stays and goes. I want players that are here, are ready to give it all, are ready to play for my football club from the day they walk through this door. Because I'm seeing a lot of these players that don't care. Rashford doesn't care. He looks like he's disinterested. Bruno Fernandes, same performance week in, week out. Same old. The guy's just launching the ball. And the red card, I don't care if it's a red or not. You, my friend, are not good enough for this football club anymore.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
done. And you've got people like and you've got Rashford as well. I say you got Mason Mount coming off for Kobe Manu. Why don't you bring Amad Diallo on? He's on his last year of his contract as well. He hasn't been extended. Why haven't the club extended Amad Diallo's contract? He's the only player I want his contract to be extended. Seriously. Ahmad is the only player I want his contract to be extended right now. He's on his last year of his contract. He hasn't been extended. Bro, we have Lisandro Martinez. Lisandro Martinez had a really poor start to the season. I'm sorry. Say what you want, yeah? And any United fan in the chat, yeah?
Yeah.
Say what you want. Lisandro's been terrible this season.
Yeah.
He's been terrible. We don't even have Luke Shaw available at left back. Dalot's playing left back. Why? Luke Shaw's never fit for United. Why is he still here? We have so many players that we need to get rid of. It's insane. Literally, so many players I need gone. The manager needs to go. First thing, we need a new manager in before the end of the international break, so we can start fresh.
Who?
I literally, yeah.
Do not
Sorry?
say that. Not the.
No.
Who?
Not Zidane.
Yeah. Who?
At this rate, I think Ruud van Nistelrooy is going to take over until we find a new manager by January. I think he'll take over maybe until January because at this rate, yeah, the guy's come in. He's going to be interim manager because, look, I've never seen a United fan base turn on Ten Hag like I've seen yesterday. It took a 3-0 loss at home to Tottenham for us to wake up. Literally, where was this? Where was this at Anfield? 7-0. Hello, people. Where was this? Where was this at Anfield when we lost 7-0? Where were the concerns? And there were no concerns raised then, but there are concerns raised now. Why? Why? You have to lose to your biggest rivals and you don't even care. Lose to your biggest rivals, you don't even care. But you lose to Tottenham at home, everyone starts to care. Why? 600 million spent, 3 seasons in, he's got his own players, still not working. Still not working. But I want to know your thoughts, bro. I'm sorry I had to go on this rant, man.
Yeah, I was wondering I'd get a word in. Yeah, no. I think you're right about the he takes off all the players who control the ball for some reason. He doesn't play them. I think your problem is you're neither here or there, right? You don't have the players to play possession football. You don't have them. You don't have the mentality to play counter-attack football. If you
Yeah.
had a mentality, you had a guy like Conte or someone like that who can really drill you down and play quick counter-attacking football, you'd have a different situation. But you don't have the mentality to play like that, and you don't have the ability on the ball to play like a Pep team or an Enzo Maresca team. You don't have the ability on the ball. So you're in this middle where you have nothing. You have neither. And it's gonna be like this. It's gonna this is what happens. This is how it's gonna go. When you just don't have the right you don't have the right players for the manager and the right manager for the players. This is what's gonna happen.
Like I've said, yeah, many times. I've always had concerns for our ball possession, our ball control. We have nobody in that midfield that can keep the ball for more than 2 minutes. Look at Man City. They can string 10, 20 passes together and not lose the ball. We can't even string more than 3 passes together and we'll lose the ball. Perfect example was last night. Every pass we made kept going to Tottenham because Tottenham's press worked against United's awful possession. We couldn't keep possession. Tottenham's high press worked against United. Any team that plays high press against United, you will destroy us. Liverpool pressed us, they won the game.
Yeah,
Any
because
team
you
that
don't
will
have the
press
players to
United,
control the ball. Yeah,
we can't keep the ball. Exactly.
you don't have the players to do that. But then you also don't have the mentalities to play counter-attacking football either. So like what do you do? Like I remember when again Conte is the best example. He came to Chelsea. What did we put Matic and Conte together in midfield? These two absolute warriors who are gonna fight for every loose ball. Who are your warriors? Who's gonna fight for the loose ball? Not Bruno, just Kobe Mino,
No.
really. Who's gonna fight for the loose ball on that team? It's not gonna happen. So if you can't keep the ball and you can't fight for the ball, you're gonna lose every game like this. Something's gotta change.
How many more excuses is this guy gonna get before he really gets sacked? Because the international break is next week, right? We have 2 games against Porto away and Aston Villa away this weekend. The Villa game is right before my birthday, right? The perfect thing on my birthday would be to reach that Ten Hag has been sacked because I've had enough. I've genuinely had enough. Like I don't see any way back for this guy anymore. I don't see any way back for me to back him anymore as well because it's been too, how do you say it? I've been so critical of him to the point where I don't think I can back him anymore. It's just it's become untenable. Like I don't see any way back for Ten Hag anymore. There's no way back.
Very funny.
Sorry.
Untenable. Ten Hag. Untenable. Haha. Very funny. Okay. No. Never mind.
Oh yeah.
Never mind.
I hear what you're trying, but
Never mind.
but to say Auguste here saying root equals Ole 2.0.
Bring him on the screen.
Auguste, if you're around,
That's it. Jump on. What are you doing?
Hop on, bro.
What are you
Because
doing? Get
I
on.
need your thoughts on this crap. Because
Yeah.
I need a second United fan as well. There, you can quote me. You can do whatever you like. Because I know I've been giving a big talk yesterday for the game against Tottenham. I said we should beat them because it's Tottenham, right? But let's be real. They still haven't won anything. So what am I to be ashamed about? Like they can do whatever they like to United. Honestly, they can beat us 3-0 at our own gaff, and I won't be worried because it's like Tottenham don't win anything. I hope they do because it'll be funny for Arsenal fans. Because if Arsenal don't win anything and Tottenham do, right? It'll be like, Arsenal had a trophy this season and Tottenham had a better season by winning a trophy. But all that's now put in the mud because I talked about trophies last season and to Arsenal fans, and now we can't even do anything better this season. We can't do better than what last season. Because last season was like what? The trophy papered over every single crack, and
Yeah.
I'm like,
Well, to come back, you're the one who was saying that you had a better season than Arsenal because you won a trophy. That's ridiculous. That's nonsensical. That is crazy for you that you
I
think.
wouldn't say a better season, but more successful. It's more successful because you won something and they didn't. But
Okay,
at the same time, they're way ahead of us. Like they're
yeah,
not even, we're not even close to Arsenal.
yeah.
We're
Okay,
even further off. We're even further off than last season now. Even worse than last season. We look
sure.
worse on the ball. We look worse as a cohesive unit. We look worse in possession. We look worse as a team. Like just as a whole, everything's gone worse. But
Mhm.
yeah, what do you think, bro?
No, I mean, I think United fans allowed the FA Cup to paper over the cracks.
Yeah,
They talking big after the FA Cup win. Great, well done, but you had an awful season.
yeah.
Um,
Worst season in history of the Premier League, bro.
yeah, that you should have been he should have been sacked after that. But here we are now.
Still
Rival
here,
fans
giving
these
him a new
days.
contract.
It's great fun to watch him get a new contract after that experience. That's actually comical. It's hilarious.
I thought
So
he
yeah,
was gone, bro.
yeah,
I thought because you know what we did with LVG, we kept him, yeah, until the FA Cup final, and we sacked him. We were gonna sack him in December. Remember that poor form that we had. We would have sacked. We were gonna sack him in December, bro.
mm,
And then what happened was he stayed on, and we won the FA Cup. It's the
yeah,
same thing with Ten Hag, but we're even worse.
mhm.
People telling me that LVG ball was the most boring football, but is Ten
No,
Hag's any better?
the
Is
Hag is
Ten Hag's is Ten Hag any better? Ten Hag's
no,
not a better manager than LVG.
actually
There's
worse.
no chance in hell you can tell me that Ten Hag had a better season at a better time at United than LVG.
He's
You
worse.
can't tell me that.
He's worse.
LVG is a much better manager than Eric Ten Hag. If you want to talk about youth academy, yeah, I remember one game against Arsenal, we won 3-2. He played almost a full youth team,
Yeah, I remember
almost.
that game.
And
Rashford came
you,
off, scored.
yep,
Yeah,
Rashford's debut in the Premier League, and he scored 2 goals. That day we beat Arsenal, who were in title contention, 3-2 at Old Trafford. But I'm
mm.
supposed to believe Eric Ten Hag's better manager. All right, but bro, I just don't know what to say anymore, man. I've genuinely just like, yeah, I've had enough, man.
Mm.
And we're gonna do a quick keep and sell if you want. Let's do a quick keep and sell. I want to know your opinion. Yeah,
I mean, I don't really have as a neutral, like, but sure, let's do it. Why not?
keep and sell for
I really
United. Yeah,
fine. Why not? Let's do it.
I'll just give you the big names. Onana,
Keep.
Masraoui,
If he wasn't there, he'd have been 7. Mazawi obviously keep. We just got him.
Delict keep, Maguire
Keep.
sell, Maguire
Yeah,
sell,
fair.
Lissandro Martinez.
Keep because you could be playing a back 3 in the future, and you get the best out of him in a back 3. So keep him around. You might end up playing a back 3. Yeah.
Dallo,
Keep versatile.
Shaw, sell.
Yeah, the most important ability is availability, and he's not available.
Yep,
So.
Mason Mount.
Do whatever you want with it, mate. Do whatever the fuck you want with it, mate. Do whatever.
Bruno
you want.
Fernandes,
Keep.
sell.
I know you would say that, but I would keep him.
Casemiro,
Sal. He's cooked.
Hoyland.
Keep, obviously. He's young. He can still find his feet.
We need a new striker. I think we need a new striker
Yeah,
badly because
and signing your problem last year. Okay, I'm gonna go off now. It's my turn. You went off long enough.
no,
Your,
go ahead.
your problem last year, yeah, was that you have this young, inexperienced forward, all the burden
Yeah,
of the team. So what did you go and do? You signed another young, inexperienced forward to take all the burden as well. Xerxes.
nine and a half.
It's stupid. It's actually one of the. He's Man U was the worst club for him to join at that moment because the pressure's too much for a young player, and there's already Hoyland, and he was the worst signing you could have made. Even if he turns out to be a good player in the future, fine. But the point is that at the time, what you needed was experience up front. Take the pressure off Hoyland. You could have
Yeah,
gone for someone in their late 30s. You could have gone for Lewandowski or someone experienced to just take the pressure
bro.
off Hoyland for a
We
bit.
did that with Zlatan. He scored
Yeah,
28 goals,
exactly. Like we did
36.
that time. Take the pressure off Hoyland for a bit. Let
Yeah,
someone else come in, share the responsibility up front, and create a pathway for Hoyland to become the main man. Instead, you got another forward in the same position because you can't play them both together. It doesn't work. You can call him
Yeah.
9.5. You call him fucking 9 3/4. It doesn't matter what you call him. You can't play him up front with Hoyland. It doesn't work. So you've wasted Hoyland's potential and you wasted Xerxes' potential. It's really stupid. And this is the kind of thing that Gary Neville was going off at Chelsea. Oh, you've signed 700 players. Yeah, your club did the exact same thing, but dumber. Actually dumber than what we did.
Now you have a manager with a plan. Now
Yeah.
that's why you're cooking now, and you have players that come off the bench. Like I said many times, you got good players off the bench and on the pitch, but we don't have that.
Mm-hmm.
But talking about just overall depth, yeah, United's bench, our bench looks even worse than ever. Because look, I just want to say this on Xerxes, yeah. I like Xerxes. I think Xerxes is a good player. But he's not a striker. Xerxes is not a striker. Xerxes, for me, he is more of a false 10. He's like a 10. He's not a natural goal scorer. All right. I wanted somebody who can come in and score goals. Ivan Toney was available. Osimhen was available.
Yeah, Osimhen was available. Yeah, that's a big one.
Osimhen, I don't rate Osimhen that highly, but he scored 17 goals while being out injured.
Yeah,
Or, I'm not sure how many goals, but the guy scored a lot of goals being injured, right?
he's got the talent.
And he's now at Galatasaray doing bits there.
Yeah.
Victor Gyökeres in at Sporting, he's scoring a goal or averaging an assist every single game for them. We should have gone for him. Victor Gyökeres is
anybody but Xerxes because you already have a young striker. But there you go.
Yeah, the problem lies on, for me, the manager as well, because the manager is the one making decisions as well on what he wants, right?
Mm-hmm.
I don't think he said he wanted Xerxes, but
no, that's a 10 out signing, bro. Look at him; he's a Dutch kid.
No, it is a 10 out signing, but I don't think 10 out specifically said Xerxes, because 10 out nowadays he has some connection with the board of, like, the board makes a decision on who they want. 10 Hag says the profile of player he wants, and then the board gonna go by that. But the board got him Xerxes. Board got him Xerxes.
I have a feeling that Xerxes is his signing. I have a feeling. I don't know. I have a feeling.
But man, 600 million spent, and he's got his own players with players from his own agency, Dutch players as well, and still can't do anything. We're 7 points out of 12.
Not good enough for the league.
Sorry,
they're just not good enough. Like the players he's got, they're just not good enough. And how do you get away with this recruitment? You're in charge of a multi-billion-dollar business, and you're allowed to recruit like this. It's insane. If I was a shareholder of Man U, I'd be flipping out. Like, how are you spending? But anyways, I'm not a shareholder of Man U. I'm not a fan of Man U. I get to laugh at it.
Laugh all you want, bro. Honestly, it's gonna be many years of pain for us United fans now, because now we're having to deal with the standards of the club being so low. Like, Ineos came in with a so-called plan, right, to win the league within 2028. I'm like, okay, why are you waiting until 2028? If you hire a good manager and you bring players, you could win the league in the next 2 or 3 years. In the next 2 years, why you have to wait till 2028? 2025 is next year, and City could go 5 in a row. Arsenal could win their first league title in 20 years, while United is still in the mud. Liverpool could win another league title and equal our record, while we're out here still saying we should challenge for top 4. Why we shouldn't even get back in the title race until 2028? And I'm like, this board and this manager, just it's a mess from top to bottom, man. It's like it's not just Ineos, it's the Glazers as well, man. They've done so much damage to our football club over the years, and it's like they barely put in their own money. They barely invested in their money. And I just want to go back to 2013, yeah? Sir Alex Ferguson never should have hired David Moyes. Never. I wish we had gone for Jose or Pep earlier. Because now City have Pep. He ain't coming to United ever. Jose Mourinho's never coming back to United. Jose Mourinho came to United and won 3 trophies in the season. That'll never be beaten, in my opinion. for United's standpoint, I don't think anyone else will beat that because now we had Ole, didn't win anything. We now have Ten Hag, 2 trophies in 2 years. But his second season was the worst season I've ever seen from a United standpoint. But there's just so much you can get over, man, and it really, really pains me because I really want United to get back to the top, man. You know me, I've been begging for this day to come for so long. I want United to get back to their best again. I want United Chelsea to be competing for the title like they did back then. I want United Arsenal to compete for the title. Liverpool, I want to compete against City for fuck's sake. I want to compete. I want to beat City, not just compete with them. I want to beat them because, bro, we beat them in the FA Cup final, right? What's the excuse not to beat them in the league? What's the excuse if you beat them in the cup final, right, where City are best at? Why can't you beat them in the league? Why can't you go on runs against teams like Palace, Southampton, and all these teams, and start winning?
Because, like I said, you can't. You don't have the mentality to play as a counter-attacking team, and you don't have the players to play as a possession team. So when you come up against these one-off games, these one-off matches like the FA Cup final, where the players are up for it, they're mentally prepared, they're on their best performance, you can get a result. But can you lift yourself to the same level of hype for playing away at Palace? The answer is no. Ten Hag cannot do it, and the players cannot do it.
The mentality issue,
mentality. They don't win second balls in midfield.
Yeah,
they don't close down the opponents fast enough to be a threat. So what do you have left? If you're not a possession team, you have nothing left because you don't have the mentality. So you pick one or the other. Anyway,
I mean, but the thing is with United, I think we've been more of a counter-attacking side post Alex Ferguson. I think United have always relied on their counter to win games against teams like City, Liverpool, and Arsenal because they're teams that keep the ball. They're teams that have the ball. What we do is we give teams the ball, and if they lose the ball, we capitalize on it. We counter them. We can't even score. We can't even score, bro. We don't have a lethal finisher up top. That's my biggest issue with United. I like our team. I think our team is talented. Right? We have a decent team, but the manager.
Games this season.
Sorry, Chelsea scored how many goals? 5
No, United have scored 5 goals in 6 games this season.
Are you only Premier League, right?
Yeah, Premier League. You scored 5 goals in 6 games. Cole Palmer scored 4 goals in 1/2 of football. And you've scored 5 all season.
Talking about Cole Palmer.
Yeah.
Let's move on to Chelsea, man.
That is my segue. I want to talk about Chelsea, so that was my...
Cole Palmer. What a performance, man.
That Cole free Palmer. Kick, I didn't believe it. I was there at the bridge. I didn't believe that it went in. I was like, what the heck? That was unbelievable.
Top bins. Messi-esque.
It was one of the craziest games because Brighton's such an insanely high line. We scored 2 offside goals in the first half as well. So that would have been 6 goals in the half had we, managed to beat the offside trap. It was just mental. It was just 2 teams really going for it, trying to win the ball high up the pitch, and trying to counter as fast as possible. It was just insane. And there were many long stretches of the game where the keeper just had the ball and there was no one to pass to because Brighton were all the way in our half. And on the same side for them, when their keeper had the ball, we were all the way in their half. And it was an extremely, extremely entertaining game. I like the way we played. Obviously, I hope we defend better in future games. Both the goals that they scored were self-inflicted, as in it was a mistake from our defense that allowed them to score. But yeah, fantastic performance from Cole Palmer. That was enough for 3 points.
I know Chelsea has scored a lot of goals, winning a lot of games this week. I just want to ask about your defense. So, what are your concerns on your defense? Because I know your defense conceded 2 stupid goals this weekend.
Yeah, look,
and I just want to ask what do you make of your defense as a whole? Because I don't think that your defense is your biggest issue, in my opinion. I think you have a great team, but your defense is an issue. But go on.
I don't think Colwill and Fofana are solid enough on their own. Neither of them is really physical enough. I mean, they're both physical, but neither is gonna guaranteed win the header every single time. and neither one is that sort of calm, composed presence that you can rely on. Both are more erratic. I use the phrase. Both like to push up to get their opponents high up. Both like to carry the ball out. There's no sort of more conventional defender, which I think Tosin really is. So I would like to see Tosin playing in there, and then you could put Fofana actually as a right back if you wanted, as an inverted. It's like the Ben White role. You come inside and you make a makeshift three, or you could put Colwill on the left and have him push. But today the plan, I mean, against Brighton, it was a very attacking plan because they had Cucurella come into midfield and Gusto push up the flank. So it was, instead of a 3-box-3, it was more of like a 2-diamond-3, if that makes sense. So the normal formation of Chelsea on the ball is 3-box-3. So the right back becomes the third center back. That's Disasi or Fofana. The center back holds, and then Colwill moves to the left, and you get a 3. And you have a box in the middle because Cucurella comes in field, so he's one corner of the box. Caicedo is one corner of the box. Enzo and Palmer. Then your front three is usually Gusto on the right, all the way up the pitch. Sancho on the left, and then Jackson up front. That's a 3-box-3. But in this game, it was more of a 2-diamond-3 because Cucurella went up and Gusto pushed up. So that created a lot of space. But we did that in order to have more numbers in midfield. Because if you have more numbers in midfield, Brighton can't come all the way into your box because they've got to mark the players in midfield. So it creates more space at the back. But yeah, I would like to see Tosin play. I think Tosin is more solid. These two are great on the ball, but Tosin is more solid.
I think your attack, right? Cole Palmer, just solid all around. I think scoring 4 goals for me, unbelievable, great performance. I only watched bits of it because I was watching the Arsenal game on Saturday because I was watching the goal rush, right? So I couldn't see all the entire Chelsea game. However, I saw all the goals. And look, I think Chelsea this season have massively improved in terms of going forward on the ball. Like you have a lot of control. You have Jackson looks like a new player for you guys, and Kunku is going to be crucial for Jackson if he's out. Yeah. And also you've got players like
you have João Felix who can come off the bench.
You got Jadon Sancho starting. Sancho's got 3 assists now for Chelsea football.
And Sancho's assist for Cole Palmer's 4th goal was actually incredible. The vision to spot the run before he made it was actually incredible. Like that was insane. That was a fantastic assist.
Because you know why? Chelsea have got a good technical attack.
Yeah,
Chelsea have players that are technical on the ball. They've got good technicality
in every position. Right? In every single, there isn't a single player in our team that is not super high technique. Like there's.
Do you think Cole Palmer? Sorry. Do you think? Sorry, continue what you're saying for.
No, I'm done. That's all I said.
Do you think Cole Palmer is more of a 10, or do you think he's a right winger?
He's a 10.
You think
he's definitely a 10? But he can drift into the. He can sort of move out to the right and receive the ball on the right and come inside onto his left foot, which is why which is very devastating for us to see.
More of an inside forward, isn't he?
Yeah.
He's a class player, man, and I'm jealous that you guys have Cole Palmer. Mm-hmm. Really, as a United fan, I'm jealous that you guys have a player like Cole Palmer on your team, because last season when you guys were in the trenches, Cole Palmer just scored goals for you out of nowhere and just carried you guys to a higher league position. But although that league position does not mean anything much, it still means that Chelsea have now built around Cole Palmer. Yeah. And now you're complimenting him. You're complimenting him. You're giving him less work to do because now you've got other players in other key areas that can do.
Who can link up and get those insane passes?
The link up between Caicedo, Enzo, and you've got players like you got Lavia as well there.
Yeah, he came up. He was brilliant. He came up for a few minutes and he was really very press resistant, very good. I think I don't want to overblow it, but he's got that Busquets style first touch.
Style
Busquets style first touch, and then he can turn quickly. and he can sort of get past people when they're pressuring him. I really like that. So yeah, big time. I'm really
I
excited to see
understand.
him play more.
I understand what you mean. Obviously, he's
Yeah.
not Busquets, but he played. But
Yeah, he's got the same build, same style. You know, I hope
But-
we can develop that and bring that out of him. It'd be great.
and you've also got what's his name again? The one in your one of the young players that play for you guys.
Which position?
Vega.
Oh yeah, Vega. Yeah.
He's another good player, isn't he?
He
And
can
you've
play
got, and you
left
got
back,
Gusto
center
right
mid.
back.
Center back, left mid, three
So
positions.
so like I said, Chelsea have a good team overall, but my issue is your defense. I think you need strengthening at the back in January, because I know you have Tosin, but I don't think he's enough.
I disagree. I think he's gonna be huge. I think if you just let him give him time, I think he's actually gonna have a breakout season and he's gonna be very impressive. And he could even be in the convo for England at some point. I do think he's got that. I think and he's 27. This is the right moment, the right time for him to really push on. I think he will be a very important player for Chelsea.
Not that I wanted England to do well or anything, but Cole Palmer should have been given more minutes in the Euros.
Oh yeah,
because of what he's doing right now and what he has done. And let's not forget he won the treble with Man City the year before as well. He was sort of part of it at the same time, and he was there playing for City while they won the treble. So you've got some winning experience there from Cole Palmer. I know he's young, but there is some winning experience there, and also you've got I just want to ask you this, Are you happy with the size of your squad? Because I know a lot of Chelsea fans are like, "Oh, we have this, we have that," but there should be a certain limit to things, and I think Chelsea should trim their squad down. I know.
I don't see it as a problem because no one's making problems, right? I think I said this before on your stream as well. That basically, if you have reserves and they make problems behind the scenes playing, right? So they go and they go to the press and say things, they do whatever, they create discontent in the dressing room. That's a problem. And we know that, not to blame them because they're great professionals, but Ziyech and Jorginho and those guys were frozen out by Lampard. And their presence undermined Lampard in the dressing room because they could rightly say, hey, look, we are fantastic players. We are very good players. We have pedigree as top level players, and you're ignoring us. Right? And they can make that claim. Chelsea, most of their depth are kids. And the kids are not going to do that. They're going to fight for their chance. Right? Maybe if there's one player, I know Chelsea fans, a lot of them want to see Chilwell leave. I don't agree with them, but I wouldn't complain if he left because Vega is the future at left back and Cucurella's having a great time and will only improve from now, I think. So I wouldn't mind if Chilwell left, but that's maybe the one player where if you don't play him, he's a big profile. He will start complaining. He could create issues in the dressing room. But beyond that, the rest of them are young players. And you look at a guy like Dewsbury Hall who's come in, doesn't complain, doesn't create problems. He needs to come on 30 minutes here, 40 minutes there, he'll do the job. That's fantastic. That is perfect from a squad player. He can play like 5 positions. Perfect from a squad player. Unbelievable. So happy to have him. Like if your squad is like that, it's not a problem.
I hear that, yeah. But who was that young player that you guys signed last season and you guys loaned him out or something?
Cassidy?
I'm not sure, but there was a young player that you guys signed last season and you loaned him back to his club or something. I'm not sure who it was.
I'm not sure.
But I mean, but like I said, the talent in Chelsea are there. That there's a lot of talent in Chelsea.
Yeah.
I just want to ask you your expectations going forward for this season for Chelsea right now.
I think we can come fourth now. I think we really look like we're top 4 material, and I think we can. Look, I still think Liverpool, Arsenal, and City are better than us, but I think that's it. So I think we can come forward.
I think you and Liverpool could have a toss-up.
No, they look good. I mean, they didn't play well and they still won against Wolves. They didn't play well and they still got the points. So I don't see.
I think for me, it's more of Wolves or shit. I don't think it's more of Liverpool were bad. I think Wolves were just not that good.
But also,
I didn't watch the game, but
the thing I think I have a sense because the lineup against Barrow in the League Cup was like completely changed 11, right? It was a completely changed 11. So I think that we might be seeing that 11 play in the Conference League, so that he keeps the first 11 completely for the Premier League and the second team completely for the conference. And that team is quality. It's got Nkunku, it's got Felix, it's got Pedro Neto, it's got Dewsbury Hall. That is a quality side that can play in the Conference League, and it keeps the first 11 fit for the Premier League versus Liverpool, Arsenal, and City, who have to worry about playing in the Champions League. And they have to use their first 11 in those games. We don't have to do that in the Conference League. So I think we have an edge there as well.
Who do you play in the Conference League this week?
Ghent from Belgium.
Yeah, at home, right, or away?
Yeah, home.
Yeah, you should win that game quite comfortably.
We can't make it because I'm working on weekdays, so cannot
I
make
mean,
it. But I'll be there for Forest on Sunday.
At Stamford Bridge, yeah.
Stamford Bridge again.
This is where I think Chelsea should go and win their games, man. You guys are on really good form right now, and honestly, I think you know what, if Chelsea can keep this up and get into maybe December being at least maybe 6-7 points off between City and Arsenal, you could cause a threat. You could really cause a threat.
They could.
But speaking of Man City dropped points again at Newcastle.
Yeah.
And Newcastle's never an easy place to go for any team. Like, just it's never an easy place to go, and you know, a result there. If you get a draw there, it's not the worst result in the world, but at the same time, like the way Newcastle are right now, yeah, it's not. I don't think it was a good point for City. City fans, it's not a good point for City because, look, I still think they'll be there. Like, I'm not gonna deny anything about City. I think City will still be there, but the points that they dropped on the weekend for me wasn't good enough. Like, they did not have a good second half at all. I think Newcastle should have won the game. If I'm being completely honest with you, I think Newcastle should have actually won the game. City got really good chances as well, but at the same time, I think Newcastle should have won the game. But
the amount of chances they conceded in the first half on the counter was incredible. The number of chances they just gave away was ridiculous.
I mean, look, City do have some of these games in the season. They're gonna have games like this. Everyone knows this. City are gonna drop points at some place. But you know what? Do you know one thing that they don't? The one thing that they have, and most teams don't have in the league, is that mentality. They're always there. You know that there's if you're on top of it, you know there's one team chasing you, and it's Man City. They're chasing you down your necks, and it's always Man City.
Mm-hmm.
They're gonna be there and thereabouts come May and June, early June. You and I both know this.
Yeah.
But like I said today, it's not. It was not points. It's not a good points drop.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, it's not a good point for City. I think it was more of like a poor performance from City. And do you think that Rodri being out is going to affect them in a way, or do you think it's going to be?
Yeah, I think big time. I think Kovacic was not on it. He was not on it. He was not playing well.
Gundogan as well was not. Gundogan had a really poor first half as well.
Yeah,
he got absolutely cooked.
That's a big issue, and I think Arsenal will be looking at that and thinking, you know what, we can have a go at this. We can actually have a go at this.
Because like I said, yeah, Newcastle are gonna have a say in every team's in every team's what do you call every team's aspirations this season, because look, like I said, it's never an easy place to go to it's never an easy place to go up to Newcastle. Never an easy place. United's record there up there is never good. Man City have two in the last 3 games. I think they have 2 draws and a win, which is, for me, it's not great. And also lost their last season as well. So, like I said, it's never an easy place to go, and if Newcastle away is in your title run, that could be that could be peak.
Yeah,
but I don't know how these lot are not challenging for the title yet, man. They have so much money. They should be they should be thereabouts now. I think Newcastle, but
let's see who they sign, how much they spend. They haven't gone overboard with that. They've been very
they haven't
very measured with that. They've not gone overboard. So give them time.
They've been dealing with a lot of board issues. I think Newcastle. I mean, people are leaving. People are. There's a lot of uncertain about people's futures and everything. The finance is not a problem, but it's just they've been dealing with a lot of off the pitch stuff maybe. But yeah, City, bro. I think you know what. I don't know who the next game is, but City away in Slovakia this week, Champions League. They should win that. I don't remember who their next Premier League game is. It's at home against actually let me have a look. Let me have a look for that. Who are City up against? City are at home to Fulham. Yeah, they should win that one. And they got Wolves away after where they lost last season as well. So like I said, it's games where you know what, no Rodri, but City should still be able to do it. Let be real. But moving on to Arsenal.
Yeah.
A bit of a scare in the early second half. James Justin with a brace, to level Leicester City in the game. But Arsenal got there in the end. They got the all important 3 points, and then they move ahead of City. I think they move ahead of City. I'm not sure they do, but they're just about.
That was big psychologically, getting that result after the City draw.
Yeah.
Especially you lose because of a last-minute goal, to then go next week and get the result you want because of a last-minute goal is very good. Psychologically, it's very important.
To draw.
Yeah, they lost 2 points because of
they lost 2 points. Yeah.
Yeah, and then to go and earn 2 points next week because of last-minute goal is good psychologically.
I mean, look, Arsenal, right? They're going to have these performances in the season. There's always going to be an odd game where Arsenal just don't turn up. And Arsenal will turn up one game. I think they've looked more defensively this season than they have ever.
Oh, yeah, big time.
I think Arsenal's problem has been scoring goals this season. They've not scored I don't think they've scored many goals, but they've been getting results. And for me, that's not a bad thing. If you're utilizing your defense and getting results out of that, then cool. Because Liverpool in 1920, there were some games where they had to grind out, or they weren't the most dominant team, but they used the defense and they grinded it out. But like I said, Arsenal have the best defense in the league. I'm not even gonna debate that. For me, Saliba Gabriel is the best center back partnership duo in the league, and I think Arsenal for me. Like I said in every stream, I had them as my favorites particularly because of that. If Arsenal can get results at places where they don't expect to win, so if they need to go, the biggest test for me will be Anfield. They've sort of gotten over the Etihad slump. Now it's about going to Anfield, and if you could do something at Anfield, then you could be there. Yeah. And them lot up at Anfield, man, they're top of the league. Liverpool are top of the league, man.
Yeah.
They're top of the league, bro, and Liverpool are here to play. They've lost one game, but they've won every other game. Liverpool look good, man, and trust me when I tell you, Liverpool are the third team in that race. They're gonna be that third team in the race, but it depends on what Liverpool can do within the like I said, that December-January time, because Liverpool's squad is very small. It's gonna be a major issue at Liverpool in January if they can stay fit, and because then you'll have FA Cup, you'll have Champions League. Liverpool have got some tough games, man. Tough games, and it's gonna be a long season for these three clubs, especially now when they're in the Champions League with the Champions League format. I also have PSG this week. Liverpool, I don't remember who they have. Do they have Real Madrid? Where did Liverpool play Real Madrid? Somebody remind me, please.
When did Liverpool have?
No, Liverpool will play Bologna at home.
Bologna
at home.
Yeah.
Liverpool have them in the bag, man. Like these results for me, Liverpool, it's easy for them. Easy for Liverpool. Like they've got a run now. Liverpool will be there. Liverpool will be at the top, or competing at the top by, let's say, May, June as well. Because look, they still have the same squad as last year. I know they fell off last year, but Liverpool is still good, right? Arne Slot's continued from the Jurgen Klopp. But overall, what are your thoughts on just like Arsenal, Liverpool in general, and yeah, just before we close out, we'll just talk on these two teams first.
No, I think Liverpool will be up there, and to say it's a stretch to see them win the league because they don't have the squad depth. I just can't see them winning the league with the squad depth that they have. But they got a result when they didn't play well, which is always a good sign.
Yeah.
And Slot's doing a good job. So I see no reason why they can't, get top 4 pretty comfortably. This is better than I thought they'd be. So
yeah. Do you think they'll be in the title race by April, May? Do you think they'll be there?
I mean, it's not only on them, right? It's also on City and Arsenal. And I don't think either of them are going to get 90 points. I don't think we're going to see that 90-point season again. I think it's going to be a lot less than 90 points. I mean, last year was 91 for City. The year before that was 89. I don't think you'll see those numbers again this year because both of them look vulnerable. Look, Arsenal have not looked dominant. They struggled against Brighton at home. They struggled against Leicester at home. And City do not look the same team without Rodri. So I don't think it'll be a 90-point situation. And if those two don't run away, then of course Liverpool are in it by default. Those two cannot pick up enough points to get away from it. Of course they're in it by default.
Because the thing is with City is, like now they've got De Bruyne now they've got Rodri out. Right? Foden's not even in the starting lineup yet. He hasn't started a game for City yet this season. He's been coming off the bench because of a Euros. And I'm like, okay, I think it's now time for City to play Foden in the 10. You play Foden in that 10 now because that's where De Bruyne is. That's where De Bruyne used to play, right? De Bruyne used to be there. De Bruyne's now out. Rodri is now out. What does City do? What do City do? Are City going to go and get Zubimendi in January? If they get Zubimendi, it's over. They're winning the league.
Maybe
because Zubimendi is that good.
Possibly,
he's that good. I couldn't believe he turned down Liverpool though, because that was funny, in a way.
Yeah.
But yeah, just before we close out, any final thoughts on just the Premier League overall, like because it's been a tough week, man.
Yeah.
And obviously, I watched the Madrid derby last night. An Atletico Madrid fan threw what do you call a lighter on the pitch, and that same guy had a knife with him as well.
Wow. Okay.
And it makes me wonder how these people entering the stadium.
Yeah.
And then they've got racial problems with Vinicius Jr. as well. And I'm like, Atletico Madrid fans are the worst, man. Honestly, I'm not even bantering, or I'm just like I'm sorry, I'm not bantering. I'm not even like saying this because I like Madrid in Spain, right? But Atletico Madrid fans are a disgrace. Like what they did yesterday, but the game had to be stopped for about 20 minutes. The game was stopped for 20 minutes yesterday because they were throwing stuff on the pitch. Like these don't have no shame, man. Atletico Madrid fans are a disgrace, man. But what are your thoughts on that?
I don't know. I didn't watch La Liga, mate. I have no interest. Come on, Barca. I guess I don't have any interest in La Liga at the moment. It is what it is.
No, just a fan incident as a whole. Like,
don't bring knives to football games, mate. That's it. I don't know what else.
He didn't throw the knife at the pitch. He just had a lighter.
Yeah, don't bring knives to football games. Don't chuck lighters on the pitch.
It's disgusting, man. Like, how do you get away with it?
Don't smoke and vape in the stands. I saw that at Chelsea as well. I was like, don't vape in the stands. Come on, man.
Yeah, man. But each their own. But I mean, it is what it is. United, sort yourselves out, man. We've got Porto and Villa away. Ten Hag should be sacked soon. Chelsea on good form, I guess. Yep. And we'll see what City do in the next few games. They should pick up a few wins. Arsenal, Arsenal, they're obviously doing well defensively and going forward, I guess. But yeah, more to come, man. More to come, bro. Because we've got a lot of stuff packed for you guys. We've got NBA starting this month. We've got F1, the back end of the F1 season. We've got a lot to uncover, man. So stay tuned. Hit that like, subscribe button, and obviously, let me know where they can find you, bro.
Yeah, my Twitter account at my name is on the screen. And yeah, hopefully the current top 4 is the final top 4. Come on, you Blues. What else can I say?
Yeah, and obviously you're doing work at Thai League Central as well. Obviously you're doing Thai League stuff. But anyone wants to get interested in the Thai League, go drop them a follow. But yeah, it's been a stressful few days as a United fan. But I hope we don't get run through by another Dutch defender again, because it happened twice in a row in a week. But yeah, so signing up for today, guys. Hopefully another stream coming soon. Take care, people. Tenag out, Glaces out, Ineos out.